everything is not for us. An amazing story. Once there was a young boy named Rahul. Rahul was a curious and adventurous boy who loved trying new things. He believed that he could excel at anything he put his mind to. One day, Rahul decided to join a soccer team. He had seen his friends playing and thought it would be a fun and exciting sport to try. However, as Rahul started playing, he realized that soccer wasn't his true passion. He struggled to keep up with the fast-paced nature of the game and didn't enjoy it as much as he thought he would. Instead of feeling discouraged, Rahul decided to explore other activities that aligned better with his interests and strengths. He discovered his love for painting and found joy in expressing himself through art. Rahul realized that not everything is meant for us, and that's okay. Moral of the story is, it's important to embrace our unique interests and talents. We may not excel at everything we try, but by exploring different paths, we can find what truly brings us joy and fulfillment. Disabilities. Short moral story. Once upon a time, there was a young boy named Rinku who was blind. Despite not being able to see, Rinku had a remarkable imagination and a deep love for storytelling. He would often sit by the river and listen to the sounds of river, letting his imagination take him on incredible adventures. Rinku's storytelling skills were so captivating that people from all around would gather to hear his tales. One day, a famous author named Ria heard about Rinku's gift and decided to meet him. Ria was amazed by Rinku's ability to create vivid stories without even seeing the world. She saw the potential in him and offered to help him publish a book of his stories. With Ria's guidance, Rinku's book became a huge success, touching the hearts of readers everywhere. Rinku's stories not only inspired others with disabilities but also reminded everyone that true vision comes from within. It taught us that our limitations do not define us, and with determination and creativity, we can overcome any obstacle. Rinku's story continues to inspire people to embrace their unique abilities and see the world in a different light. Moral of the story is, our limitations do not define us. When we tap into our inner energy, sensitivity, and creativity, we can overcome any obstacle. The story of the Emperor's question. Akbar asked Birbal, "What is the most difficult thing in the world?" Birbal replied, "The most difficult thing is to know oneself." Akbar was puzzled. But Birbal explained that self-awareness is the key to understanding others and the world around us. Moral of the story is, Self awareness is essential for personal growth and understanding others. Misbehavior. Short moral story. Once there was a girl named Sarah who had a habit of saying mean things to others. She didn't realize the impact of her words until one day when she said something hurtful words to her best friend Ria. Ria was deeply hurt and started to distance herself from Sarah. Sarah felt regretful and understood the consequences of her misbehavior. She decided to change her ways and started using her words to uplift and encourage others instead. Sarah learned that words have great power and can either hurt or heal. We should choose to use them to spread kindness and positivity. Moral of the story is always be mindful of the impact our words can have on others and to choose them wisely. The Lamb and the Wolf. Short story. One day, a lamb was eating sweet grass away from her flock of sheep. She then noticed a wolf walking nearer to her. When she saw the wolf, she started pleading. Please don't eat me. My stomach is full of grass. You can wait a while to make my meat taste much better. Again the lamb said, the grass in my stomach will be digested quickly if you let me dance. The wolf agreed. While the lamb was dancing, she had a new idea. She said, I can dance faster if you take my bell and ring it so hard. The wolf took the bell and started to ring so hard. And then the shepherd heard the sound and ran quickly to save the lamb's life. Moral of the story is always act wisely in difficult times. The power of respect. Short moral story. Once there was a young girl named Sarah who lived in a small town. Sarah believed in a power of give respect, take respect. She treated everyone she met with kindness and respect regardless of their age or background. One day, Sarah encountered a grumpy old man who was always rude to others. Instead of reacting with anger, Sarah continued to treat him with respect and kindness. Gradually, the old man's behavior started to change. He realized the impact of Sarah's respectful attitude and began treating others with kindness as well. This story reminds us that respect can have a transformative effect on people's lives. Keep spreading kindness and respect. The Tale of the Two Girls. A beautiful story. Minnie and Richa were two girls who met on their first day of high school. They quickly became friends, bonding over their shared love of music. Minnie was a talented singer while Richa was a skilled guitarist. They started a band with Minnie as the lead singer and Richa as the lead guitarist. As they practiced and performed together, their friendship grew stronger. They supported each other through thick and thin, celebrating each other's success and helping each other through failures. Their band became a hit and they were soon playing sold out shows. But more importantly, their friendship remained strong, a testament to the power of music and camaraderie. Moral of the story is when friends share a common passion, they can achieve great things together and their bond can become unbreakable. Responsibility, an amazing story. Once upon a time, there was a young boy named Vicky. He loved playing video games and often neglected his chores. One day, his parents decided to teach him a lesson about responsibility and accountability. They gave him the task of taking care of their pet dog Buddy. At first, Vicky didn't take it seriously and forgot to feed Buddy. But when he saw how sad and hungry Buddy was, he realized the importance of his responsibility. From that day on, Vicky took care of Buddy with love and dedication. Understanding the importance of being responsible and accountable for his actions. Moral of the story is taking responsibility of our actions is important. Vicky initially neglected his duty, but when he saw the impact on Buddy, he learned the importance of fulfilling responsibilities with love and dedication. The Gift of Silence. Short moral story. In a small village, there lived a young monk. He was known for his wisdom and kindness, and people would often come to him for guidance. One day, a traveler came to the village seeking answers. The traveler was chatty and talkative, asking many questions but never listening to the answers. The monk smiled and invited the traveler to sit with him in silence. At first, the traveler was uncomfortable with the silence. But as the hours passed, he began to feel a sense of peace and calm. Suddenly, the traveler heard the sweet song of a bird outside. He turned to the monk and said, "I have never heard such a beautiful song. What does it mean?" The monk smiled and said, "The bird's song is not just a sound, it's a reminder to listen to the silence. In the silence, we can hear the whispers of our hearts and the wisdom of the universe." The traveler was amazed and thanked the monk for teaching him the gift of silence. Moral of the story is silence is not just the absence of sound. It's a presence that allows us to listen, reflect, and connect with ourselves and the world around us. Thanks for watching. Taking care of animals. A beautiful story. Once upon a time, there was a young girl named Maya. She had a deep love for animals and dreamed of making a difference in their lives. Maya started volunteering at a local animal shelter where she took care of abandoned and neglected animals. She fed them, played with them, and provided them with love and attention. Through her dedication, Maya not only helped these animals find new homes but also raised awareness about animal welfare in her community. Maya's story teaches us the importance of taking care of animals and being their voice when they can't speak for themselves. The Quiet Mind, a short story. A wise old monk lived in a small temple. One day, a young man came to visit him seeking inner peace. The monk took the young man to a quiet pond and said, "Observe the water. When the wind blows, the surface is disturbed. But when the wind stops, the water becomes calm and reflective." The young man asked, "How can I calm my mind like the pond?" The monk replied, "Just like the pond, your mind will become calm and reflective when you stop disturbing it with your thoughts." Moral of the story is, inner peace can be achieved by calming the mind and letting go of distracting thoughts. Learn from mistakes. An amazing story. Once upon a time, there was a girl named Hira who loved to bake. One day, she decided to make a cake for her family. Excited and eager, she gathered all the ingredients and started following a recipe she found online. However, Hira accidentally misread the measurements and added too much salt to the batter. When the cake came out of the oven, it tasted incredibly salty and was inedible. Hira felt disappointed and upset with herself for making such a mistake. But instead of giving up, she decided to learn from her error. Hira researched more about baking and discovered the importance of precise measurements. She started practicing and honing her skills, gradually becoming a better baker. With time, Hira's cakes turned out delicious and she even started her own business. Moral of the story is, mistakes are valuable learning opportunities. By acknowledging and learning from them, we can grow and improve in whatever we do. A priceless choice. A short moral story. Once a lady went to buy eggs. She saw and took some and asked, "How much do you sell eggs?" She said, "I'm gonna take 6 eggs for 250 or I'm going." The seller said, "Buy them at the price you want, ma'am. Maybe it's a good start for me. I couldn't sell single egg today and I have to live." She bought eggs at her prices and left with the feeling she won. She entered her elegant car and went to a fancy restaurant with her friend. She and her friend ordered what they wanted. She ate a little and left a lot of what they ordered. So they paid the bill. It was 750 rupees. The ladies gave 800 rupees and asked the owner of the restaurant to keep the money as a tip. The story may seem pretty normal to the owner of the luxury restaurant, but very unfair to the egg seller. Moral of the story is: spend money to make character, but do not spend character to make money. The Ant and the Dove. 1 minute story. An ant was struggling to carry a crumb back to its anthill. A dove watching from above decided to help. She gently dropped a leaf next to the ant, providing a makeshift sled to carry the crumb. The ant was amazed and thanked the dove. From that day on, the ant and the dove became great friends, helping each other in times of need. Moral of the story is: even the smallest acts of kindness can make a big difference. Look for opportunities to help others and don't underestimate the impact of your actions. Controlling anger. Short moral story. There was a young boy who could not control his anger. He would say whatever came to his mind, even if it hurts people. His father asked him to hammer a nail in the backyard fence whenever he got angry. In the beginning, he used up a lot of nails, but as time went by, he started using lace. The father then asked him to start removing a nail each day. He didn't get angry. When he removed all the nails, the father asked him to see the holes in the fence. He reminded him that the fence would never be the same. Likewise, the things he had said to people could never be erased. Moral of the story is: anger leaves scars on people. The Blind Beggar. Short moral story. A blind beggar sat on the street corner begging for coins. A wise old man passed by and gave the beggar a small piece of wood instead of money. The beggar was confused and asked, "What's the use of this piece of wood?" The old man replied, "It's a small piece of a beautiful tree. Plant it, and with care it will grow into a magnificent tree that will provide shade and shelter for many." Moral of the story is: sometimes what seems insignificant or useless at first can hold great potential for growth and benefit. Be patient, nurture and care for the small opportunities that come your way, and they may blossom into something remarkable. The Rabbit's Gratitude. Short moral story. A rabbit named Rosie lived in a lush meadow filled with vibrant flowers and delicious vegetables. One day, while out exploring, Rosie stumbled upon a hidden garden filled with the most magnificent carrots she had ever seen. Overjoyed, Rosie began to feast on the carrots. But as she ate, she remembered the kindness of the farmer who had planted the garden and the sunshine and rain that had helped the carrots grow. Rosie felt grateful for the abundance in her life and made a promise to always appreciate the small things. Moral of the story is gratitude is a powerful virtue that can bring joy and contentment to our lives. By focusing on the good things and appreciating the efforts of others, we can cultivate a positive and thankful heart.
The tortoise mindfulness. Short moral story. A tortoise lived in a lush meadow surrounded by vibrant flowers and buzzing bees. One day, while slowly making its way through the grass, the tortoise noticed the intricate details of a nearby flower. The tortoise became completely absorbed in the flower's beauty, observing its shape, color, and fragrance. Time seemed to stand still as the tortoise savored the moment, letting go of all worries and distractions. Moral of the story is mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment, letting go of distractions and embracing the beauty of life. By cultivating mindfulness, we can reduce stress, increase clarity, and find greater joy and appreciation for the world around us.